this morning. What an amazing day it is today. It is a day for baking. How about we do some baking, because we haven't done some baking in ages. We're doing pinwheel cookies. Pinwheel cookies. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. That's what we're doing this morning. We're doing pinwheel cookies, which I forgot to write on my little board. Pinwheel cookies today. So I'm using my trusty Kenwood. Good old Ruby is coming to the rescue. We have got ingredients today. Because these are pinwheel cookies, we have got 20 grams of cocoa, a tablespoon of milk, and some melted butter. 15 grams of melted butter, which is about a tablespoon. So I have got my milk and cocoa are going into this mix. This mix is going to be the chocolate center of our cookies. And all we need to do with this is mix and get ready, okay? So we have a tablespoon of milk for our pinwheel cookies. We have 20 grams of cocoa powder and 15 grams, if you want to be specific, of butter, which is normally a tablespoon. So tablespoon of milk, tablespoon of butter, 3 tablespoons of cocoa, which is approximately about 20 grams. Okay, so we have a chocolate mix ready. No, very bitter. So moving on, when we did our beautiful cookies yonks ago, I think it was even week 2, we did hard butter. We used 200 grams of castor, 200 grams of butter, and 400 grams of flour. And we made a beautiful batch of these gorgeous soft vanilla cookies. This is a twist on the same recipe in that it's halved, but I'm using soft butter this time, and it is 100 grams. So 100 grams, and it is so soft, it is stuck in the container. 100 grams of soft butter. Now, when you use hard butter will help keep your cookies together. These cookies we want to expand because the pinwheel cookies, we want those to join together in matrimony in the oven. So we need soft butter. It also helps those delicious cookies to spread, which these ones we want to spread. We have got 100 grams of castor sugar, and in that goes. We have got 200 grams of plain flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. The reason I'm adding the baking powder, again, I want these cookies slightly puffed up and I also want them to expand. So the soft butter will help, and so will the baking powder. Give it a stir, stir, stir. The first thing I'm going to do though, is I'm going to turn on our mix. Oop, upside down. It would help if, oop, Trish, hello. So bring this together and so that you can see. So in the bowl I have got 100 grams of castor sugar, 100 grams of butter. Into that I am adding 1 egg yolk. Into that I am adding 1 tablespoon of milk because I want this batter to be softer, so it's going to mix well and create a lovely soft dough. In goes 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Excuse me. The next thing I'm going to add is my flour. So I'm slowly adding my flour to my sugar, my butter, with my vanilla, my butter. These are divine pinwheel cookies. Stir, 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 stir. Now I want the mix to come together in a very soft dough to make it pliable for me to roll out all the containers. Watch as you go, as you go, boom, boom, boom. Still not quite there. Can you see the cookie dough coming together? That up. I still need the beater, so I'm going to still keep the beater. So that's really soft, beautiful soft cookie dough, okay? Now, what I want to do next is I want to remove 150 grams of this beautiful cookie dough. So I'll just take it out of the bowl so that you can see how soft it is. It is gorgeous, okay? I am using salted butter. If you're using unsalted butter, you will need to add half a teaspoon of salt. So the reason I'm adding the salted butter is because I don't have to add my additional salt. So with my trusty scales, I am going to weigh up 150 grams of my cookie dough. And I want exactly 150 grams of cookie dough. Give or take. There you go, 150 grams of our cookie dough. Now, before I do that, I am putting this back in because I want to add a tiny bit of colour. I'm using a paste. This is not a gel, it's called a sugar flare, and I'm using pink. And I'm going to take a chopstick and I'm going to put a tiny bit of colour in, and I'm going to blend that into my cookie dough. Just give it one whizzaroony, and it may need more. We'll have a look. Yes, because that looks like a sickly pink. That looks very sad. So I'm going to put in lots more. Now, there's a method to my madness, and I shall show you. So another big blob. Because I find with this particular recipe, the gel recipes, the Pro Gel is amazing. But unfortunately, I don't have any Pro Gel in stock. So I'm just going to, by hand, manipulate the cookie dough until you can see the colour coming through. And it's just to give a different colour. And these will be fab when they come out of the oven anyway, but just because you've an option, you do not have to dye this pink. And as you can see, this is such a beautiful soft dough, it does not stick to the countertop. Okay, look, now if I had my Pro Gels, it would be a vibrant pink, but I don't. So, putting that aside for a moment, I have my 150 grams that we have reserved. In that goes. And we use our chocolate paste. Now, in goes the chocolate paste. Whoop. Every last bit. This is going to create the center of the delicious cookie dough. This is very bitter, so do not lick. Down goes our mixer. Give it a mix, give it a mix, give it a mix, give it a mix now. And just as simple as. So basically you've got two doughs. Your dough is roughly about 450 grams in weight. 150 grams of that is taken away from your 450 mix. So kids, start calculating with your maths. So 150 is what we have taken and reserved for our chocolate mix. So you have a chocolate dough. Now, as you can see, this is quite a sticky dough. We have the chocolate in it. Anytime you're mixing cocoa into a mix, don't ever try and add the dry cocoa powder into the mix. Always mix it with something. Mix it with buttermilk, mix it with water, alcohol. It makes it much easier to absorb into your bake. And it doesn't dry out your bake. So, next thing we say, thank you, Ruby. So we have got cling film. And with our cling film, we are going to put our cookie dough and we're going to let it rest for a few minutes. So, tiny bit of our cling film into our cling film and flatten. Now, the more you flatten your cookie dough, the faster it'll chill, because if you've got a large block in the fridge, it's going to take much longer to chill. Flatten that baby out and it'll be much easier to roll out. So we only need about 5-10 minutes in the fridge. So next one we're going to do is that pink colour we did. Now again, if I'm using a colour or a paste colour, I will tend to use Pro Gel. Pro Gel for me, I love working with because it's a very vibrant colour. And again, flatten out. You do not need to have a big, because the flatter you keep it, the cooler it'll be in your fridge, and the faster you can work with. Now, can you see where I'm going? Can you see where I'm going? You've got your pink, and then you've got your chocolate. This is now going to go into the fridge. So 2 minutes while I go to the fridge. I'm back. Easy go. So we have got our cookie dough, and all I've done is I've rolled out our cookie dough. Roughly, size-wise, it's about 7 inches, 8 inches length, and I've done the same with the chocolate, okay? So this is where the fun begins. Fun, fun, fun for everyone. You will have the chocolate on top of your vanilla. So you find your seam of your cling film. You find it somewhere, and you peel it back. Keep the cling film on it. There's a reason. And find the lady. Let's see if we can find the cling film and peel it back. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip and invert the chocolate onto the vanilla. But there's no way you'd be able to do this without the cling film, because it's such a sticky dough. The cling film is going to be your friend. Okay? Give it one last roll. Dun, dun. So it just helps it stick together. And then we peel our cling film off. Now we're going to give it a bit of a trim. So we'll take off one side, we'll take off the other side, and anytime like that. These are sort of like the chef's treat if you want to put them into the oven. I'm just tidying up the cookie a bit, and I want to have a straighter edge, and just like this. Dum, 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 dum. Again, see, the beauty about this is that you just have a play with it. Because it comes to room temp so fast, because it's been in the fridge, it's been chilling, but because it's been flattened so thinly, it comes back to room temp very fast, so you can actually flatten it with your hand. So, I mean, this is where go splatty, doesn't make any difference. These are just the remnants of your cookie. So we still have our cling film, and what we're going to do next, just like a Swiss roll, we are going to fold our cookie dough. Now, what I love about doing something like this, it's challenging, it makes you think, it gets you doing something completely different that you haven't done before. It's something fun to do. Kids love it, and they're absolutely delicious when they come out of the oven. Now, at the moment, we just have a little sausage of our cookie dough. Give it a bit of a flatten, shape it out. This is where the fun begins also. I've got a tray of sprinkles, and I'm going to lift our dough, and in they go to the sprinkles. And make sure all the cookie dough is completely covered. Now, taking my knife, I'm only going to cut one section because I need to put this back into the fridge. So this is important to put back into the fridge. And then I can show you the finished product when it comes out of the oven. Now, what I wanted to ask as well, because all the bakes that I have, 99.9999% go to the front line. They go to delicious firemen, they go to Gardaí, they go to beautiful nurses. So what I'm asking, if you want, I'm throwing a shout out. So for those of you who have frontline workers, like and share this video, and I will pick a frontline service to get all these cookies. So it could be the Mater Hospital, it could be somebody in the Mercy Hospital, it could be somebody in the CUH, it could be somebody in the labs, it could be a policeman, it could be the Garda station in Carrigaline, it could be the fireman, you name it. Nominate somebody that you would love to get all these cookies, and within the radius and distance I can deliver to the service. Now unfortunately I can't deliver to somebody's home, but I can deliver to the CUH or to the Mater or to a Garda station, you name it. Like and share this video, click and tag the person you'd like to have all these cookies, and I shall make it so. So we have got our cookie. And all I'm going to do, can you see the inside of our pinwheel? Going wow, wow, wow. You'll have more a defined pattern when this cookie goes into the fridge. So as it's in our tin, I'm going to lift it up gently, put it back into the tin, give it another sprinkle. It's like a giant sprinkled roll. This will go into the fridge for at least 20 minutes to chill. You will then slice each cookie. They will go on a tray for 12 to 15 minutes. You will see them slightly expand. They are delicious. Now I will continue with the pink and the chocolate. I will make all these beautiful pinwheels. I'll do the stage by stage, put them up on Facebook. Unfortunately I ran out of butter, so I couldn't do the next stage in advance. So today, pinwheel cookies with sprinkles, hundreds and thousands. I'll be slicing these, putting them on the tray. They will go into the oven. Designate somebody that is just working their butt off. Everybody is working their butt off, but especially the frontline workers. This is the shout out to them. I've been giving all my baked goods, as I mentioned, out to all those who I'm feeding on the front line. So now I'm looking for somebody specific. So it could be in the labs, it could be a nurse, it could be a doctor, in a hospital, so I can deliver to a frontline service. Unfortunately not somebody's home, but yes I can to a service. So let me know in the comments. Lads, I will whip up the one in the fridge. I'll take loads of photographs, shove them into the oven. They'll be there for 10-12 minutes. I shall see you tomorrow at 10.